Okay, so now we're going to talk about the distributive property when we don't have an area model, because sometimes they give us problems and they don't give us any graph paper or anything to use. So we've got to figure out how to do that without using an area model. So I'm going to use an equation like 6 times 23. Okay, so 23 is a harder to multiply number, right? We don't have 23 on a multiplication chart. We don't know our 23s automatically. So our job is to split up 23 into two easy to multiply numbers. Again, I like to split it up by the tens and the ones. So I'm going to break 23 apart into two pieces, into 20 and 3. So 23 is now going to be 20 and 3. And I'm going to put them in parentheses so I know that they go together. Now I'm multiplying 23 by 6. So I've got to make sure here I'm multiplying by the entire 23. So down here I've got to make sure I multiply 6 by each part of the 23. So I'm going to make sure that 6 multiplies by 20 and 6 multiplies by 3. And I made sure to put them in parentheses so I know that they go together. So now I'm going to solve my multiplication problem. 6 times 20. Now, I don't know 6 times 20 off the top of my head, but what I can do is I can look at my 6 and I can look at the 2. I do know that 6 times 2 is 12. And I also know that I have 1 0 in my equation. So that means I've got to make sure to add 1 0 to the end of my answer. So 6 times 20 is 120. So now I know that 6 times 3 is 18. And since I broke that 23 apart and I've solved each piece, I need to make sure I put it back together. So I'm going to add 120 plus 18. I'm going to do it over here because sometimes adding is easier when you stack it up. So I start with my ones. 0 plus 8 is 8. 2 plus 1 is 3. And 1 plus nothing is 1. So 120 plus 18 is 138. So I know that 6 times 23 is 138.